This is All India Radio. We now bring you a special program on COVID-19. Good morning. I am Sarabjit Kaur and with me is Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav. The headlines. COVID-19 recovery rate in India improves to 23.3%. Health Minister says India to produce indigenous rapid testing kits by end of May. Government decides to provide midday meals to students during summer vacation in the wake of situation arising out of COVID-19. Punjab government makes 21-day quarantine compulsory for all those returning to the state from other places. Government allows employees of IT companies to work from home till July 31st. India calls for making climate technology available at affordable cost. COVID-19 recovery rate in India has improved to 23.3%. A Health Ministry official said there has been progressive increase in the recovery rate in the country. He said 7,027 people have recovered so far.
पिछले 24 घंटे में 684 पेशेंट्स हैव बीन फाउंड क्योर्ड, जिससे कि हमारा टोटल लोग जो क्योर हुए हैं वह संख्या 6,868 हो चुकी है। इससे हमारा रिकवरी रेट करीब 23.3% इस समय हो गया है, जो कि एक बहुत ही प्रोग्रेसिव इंक्रीज है। मैं आप लोगों की दृष्टि में लाना चाहूंगा। आज देश में 17 ऐसे जिले हैं जहां पर पहले केस आए थे, लेकिन पिछले 28 दिनों से कोई नया केस रिपोर्ट नहीं हुआ है।
Meanwhile, the number of confirmed novel coronavirus cases in the country has climbed to 29,974, while the death toll rose to 937. Health Ministry said the number of active COVID-19 cases stood at 22,010. Briefing media in New Delhi, a Health Ministry official said no new cases of COVID-19 were reported from 17 districts in the last 28 days. He said WHO data shows that the combined population of 20 nations where maximum COVID-19 cases have been found is almost the same as India's population, and these nations have together reported 84 times the number of cases reported in India.
WHO का डेटा देखें तो हम पाते हैं कि अगर हम उन 20 देशों में आए हुए कंफर्म केसेस की संख्या लें और अपने देश के कंफर्म केसेस की संख्या लें, तो हम पाते हैं कि इंडिया में उन देशों के मुकाबले 1/84, यानी कि उन देशों में इंडिया में जितने केसेस रिपोर्ट हुए हैं उससे 84 गुना ज्यादा केसेस रिपोर्ट हुए हैं। इसी तरह से अगर हम डेथ की संख्या भी देखें तो हम पाते हैं कि इन 20 देशों में जितनी डेथ रिपोर्ट हुई है उससे इंडिया में 1/200 टाइम्स, यानी कि उन देशों में इंडिया में जितनी डेथ रिपोर्ट हुई है उससे 200 गुना डेथ ज्यादा रिपोर्ट हुई है। यूं तो ये हम सबको पता है कि हमारे लिए, देश के लिए हर डेथ दुखद है, लेकिन फिर भी अगर हम दूसरे देशों के कंपैरिजन में कुछ अच्छा कर पा रहे हैं तो उसके पीछे मुख्य एफर्ट देश के लेवल पर की गई प्रोएक्टिव, प्रीएम्प्टिव और ग्रेडेड अप्रोच है।
The official said currently there are no approved therapies, including plasma therapy, for treatment of COVID-19.
ICMR has already stated very clearly that currently there are no approved therapies for COVID-19, including plasma therapy. मैं फिर से आप लोगों की दृष्टि में लाना चाहूंगा कि COVID-19 के लिए आज देश में क्या दुनिया भर में भी कोई approved therapy नहीं है, and plasma therapy is one of the therapy which is being experimented with. However, so far there is no evidence to support it as a treatment. यह अभी भी experimental stage पर है, इसका कोई evidence नहीं है कि इसको treatment के रूप में इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है।
The official said there is a need to project the good work happening out of implementation of the containment strategy. He said such positive efforts related to COVID-19 will boost the confidence of the frontline workers in the fight against COVID-19. Home Ministry officials said the Inter-Ministerial Central Team IMCT to Ahmedabad has found that the administration has adequate facility to shift patients to dedicated COVID hospitals as required.
IMCT ने सुझाव दिया है कि राज्य सरकार केंद्रीय सरकार की सहायता लेकर सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल अस्पताल में एक मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी रिसर्च यूनिट की स्थापना करे, जहां उपकरणों की कोविड टेस्टिंग के लिए फैसिलिटीज डेवलप की जा सकती हैं। IMCT ने पाया कि लॉकडाउन का सख्ती से अनुपालन हो रहा है। पुलिस ने काफी इनोवेटिव सॉल्यूशंस यूज किए हैं जिससे कि सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का उल्लंघन ना हो।
The official said inter-ministerial central teams found that Surat administration is using modern techniques for detection and tracking of cases. Union Health Minister Harshvardhan has said that India will produce indigenous rapid testing kits for COVID-19 by end of May. He called upon scientists to expedite the COVID-19 mitigation solutions. He said at least half a dozen vaccines are being supported, of which 4 are in an advanced stage.
मई के महीने में हम देश को अपने भारत में ही वैज्ञानिकों की सहायता से रिसर्च करके और आरटी-पीसीआर की किट और इसी प्रकार से एंटीबॉडी टेस्ट की किट, ये दोनों चीजें जो है हम भारत के अंदर प्रोडक्शन जो है करके और भारत की रिक्वायरमेंट्स को पूरा करने में काफी हद तक मई के महीने में सक्षम होंगे। सब चीजें एडवांस्ड स्टेज में है। बहुत जल्दी आईसीएमआर की क्लियरेंस होते ही विद इन ए वीक वो सब चीजें प्रोडक्शन स्टेज में चली जाएंगी। हमारा टारगेट है कि 31 मई तक हम 1 लाख टेस्ट देश में करना चाहते हैं हर रोज।
Secretary of the Department of Biotechnology, Renu Swaroop, informed the minister about a multi-pronged research strategy and an action plan for an immediate response as well as for long-term preparedness to tackle the pandemic. These efforts include research towards development of vaccines, therapeutics and suitable animal models for COVID-19 as well as the development of indigenous diagnostics.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a telephonic conversation with his Canadian counterpart Justin Trudeau yesterday. Mr. Modi thanked him for looking after the Indian citizens in Canada in these difficult times. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, collaboration and partnership between India and Canada is vital to fighting the pandemic, including through medical research and supply chain management. New Delhi has rejected the observations in the USCIRF annual report on India. In response to media queries, External Affairs spokesperson Anurag Shrivastava said United States Commission on International Religious Freedom's biased and tendentious comments against India are not new. He said its misrepresentation has reached new levels on this occasion. Mr. Shrivastava stated that India regards it as an organization of a particular concern and will treat it accordingly. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has asked Congress Party to introspect and stop misleading people over willful defaulters list. She said even being in the opposition, the Congress has failed to play a constructive role in cleaning up of the system and show any inclination to stop corruption and cronyism. A report.
Government has decided to provide midday meals to students even during the summer vacation. About 11 crore children will benefit from the move. It has also announced around 11% increase in annual central allocation of cooking cost under midday meal scheme to 8,100 crore rupees in view of COVID-19. Our correspondent has more details.
Considering the health of the students during the lockdown, ration is being provided under midday meal for the children to provide adequate and nutritious food. The midday meal scheme is centrally sponsored scheme aimed at increasing enrollment, retention and attendance of students in the schools. The scheme covers more than 12 crore children studying in over 11 lakh schools across the country. The cooking cost per child per day has been increased from 4 rupees 48 paise to 4 rupees 97 paise for students of class 1 to class 5. For students of class 6 to class 8, the cooking cost per child per day has been increased from 6 rupees 71 paise to 7 rupees 45 paise. According to HRD Ministry, the approval is also being given for providing midday meal during summer holidays of schools, on which an additional expenditure of about 1,600 crores will be made. With the pain, Anupam Mishra, AI News, Delhi.
Ministry of Shipping has decided that all the major ports may grant compensation or ex gratia in the event of loss of life due to COVID-19 to the dependent members or legal heirs of the port employees. Shipping Ministry said all port employees, including contract labourers employed directly by the port and other contractual labourers, will get 50 lakh rupees in case of loss of life due to COVID-19. Monetary compensation is declared to cover the risk of life due to COVID-19 contamination while discharging the port-related duty. Port chairman is the competent authority for settling claims or disbursement of compensation or ex gratia and verifying authority for the cause of death from COVID-19. The shipping ministry said the compensation is applicable only for the pandemic of COVID-19 and shall be in force up to the 30th of September this year, subject to review thereafter. The government has called upon all states and union territories to take urgent action so that blockades of trucks and lorries at the interstate borders is cleared for smooth movement of essential goods. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari held a meeting with state and union territory road transport ministers through a video conference yesterday. He urged the ministers to intervene in such matters and ensure resolutions through the local and district administrations. The minister also underlined to follow the health advisories and other guidelines like proper distance, wearing masks, use of sanitizers both by the driver and cleaners. The government has said that record sales of fertilizers took place during the lockdown period. During the 1st to 22nd of April, sale of fertilizers to farmers' community was over 10 lakh tons, which is 32% higher than the last year of sale during the same period. Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister D.V. Sadanand Gowda has said his ministry is committed to ensure availability of fertilizers to the farmer community before sowing time.
403 Lifeline Udan flights have been operated to ensure delivery of essential and medical supplies across the country. Civil Aviation Ministry said Lifeline Udan flights are being operated to transport essential medical cargo to remote parts of the country to support India's war against COVID-19. The Udan flights have covered distance of over 3,97,000 kilometers and delivered essential and medical supplies of over 748 tons till yesterday.
India is well prepared to provide sufficient water to every household during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Talking exclusively to All India Radio News, Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat said domestic consumption of water has increased during the ongoing lockdown, but it is being balanced as industry consumption has significantly decreased. He said the centre has asked states to ensure adequate supply of water to every household so that people can maintain their basic hygiene. Mr. Shekhawat said the government is committed to provide piped drinking water to every household by 2024 and the work is on track in this regard.
प्राथमिक रूप से राज्यों को ही अपने यहाँ पर प्रबंधन आपूर्ति सब विषयों को देखना होता है, लेकिन चूंकि प्रधानमंत्री जी का देश के साथ में सामने संकल्प है कि हम 2024 तक प्रत्येक ग्रामीण घर तक पीने का पानी पहुँचाना सुनिश्चित करेंगे। इस क्रम में जो जल जीवन मिशन और हर घर में जल पहुँचाने की जो योजना बनाई गई है, उसका काम इस दृष्टिकोण से न रुके और न प्रभावित हो, इस दृष्टि के लिए हमने निरंतर राज्यों के अधिकारियों के साथ में, राज्यों के मंत्रियों के साथ में और राज्यों के इंजीनियर्स के साथ में वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर मीटिंग्स करके उनको इस बात के लिए निर्देशित भी किया है, उनसे इस बात का आग्रह किया है कि अपनी योजनाएं बनाने का काम जो है वो हमको शीघ्रता के साथ में पूरा कर लेना चाहिए।
The Supreme Court has asked the centre to consider the feasibility of temporarily adopting the One Nation, One Ration Card scheme during the ongoing coronavirus lockdown period to enable the migrant workers and economically weaker sections EWS get subsidized food grain. A bench of Justices N.V. Ramana, Sanjay Kishan Kaul and B.R. Gavai in an order directed the centre to consider whether it is feasible for it to implement the said scheme at this stage or not and take appropriate decision in this regard, keeping in view the present circumstances. The scheme announced by central government is about to start in June 2020.
This is All India Radio, giving you a special news program on COVID-19. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. COVID-19 recovery rate in India improves to 23.3%. Health Minister says India to produce indigenous rapid testing kits by end of May. Government decides to provide midday meals to students during summer vacations in the wake of the situation arising out of COVID-19 pandemic. Punjab governments make 21-day quarantine compulsory for all those returning to the state from other places. The government allows employees of IT companies to work from home till July 31st. And India calls for making climate technology available at affordable cost. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
Employees of information technology IT companies can work from home till July 31st as government has extended the relaxation of VPN norms till the end of July. Information Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad informed about this decision in a meeting with IT ministers from all states. Companies were earlier not allowed to connect the office VPN to a home infrastructure. Other exemptions include the requirement of security deposit and agreement for WFH facility for IT and IT-enabled services. Whether employees are allowed to work from home or when they will be asked to return to office will be at the discretion of the company. At the meeting, the minister also stated that a national-level strategy committee will be set up to prepare detailed guidelines and solutions in a pandemic situation like COVID-19.
वर्क फ्रॉम होम नॉर्म को और हमको पॉपुलराइज कर, तो इसके लिए आपको मालूम है रिस्ट्रिक्शंस काफी होते हैं, 1-8 करोड़ रुपए का डिपॉजिट होता है, क्लियरेंसेस होता है, तो उसको हमने कोरोना के आने के बाद रिलैक्स किया था. अभी तक वो 30 अप्रैल तक रिलैक्स था. हमने ये फैसला किया है कि अब ये 31 जुलाई तक रिलैक्स रहेगा.
The Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Prakash Javadekar, has said that as the world is unitedly engaged in finding a vaccine for the novel coronavirus, likewise it should have climate technology as an open source, which must be available at affordable cost. Representing India in the first virtual Petersburg Climate Dialogue, Mr. Javadekar stressed on the issue of climate finance and said the world now needs it more. He said we must plan for $1 trillion in grants to developing the world immediately. Expressing solidarity with the world as it combats the COVID-19 pandemic, the minister highlighted how COVID-19 has taught the people that they can survive on less. The first virtual climate dialogue was the 11th session of the Petersburg Climate Dialogue that saw participation from ministers and representatives of about 30 countries. In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of the leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. A.B. Day, head of Geriatrics Department in All India Institute of Medical Sciences, said senior citizens should follow a healthy diet and asked them to remain active throughout the day.
To avoid getting COVID-19 infection, it is important that older people should stay at home, wash their hands as frequently as possible, use a mask, and avoid getting out and interacting with people who may have the similar disease. It is important that they eat normally and remain active and mobile. All their medications for the existing diseases should be continued in the same dose.
Dr. S.K. Arora, Principal Consultant in the Pediatrics Department, Max Smart Hospital, said special care has to be given towards children and any persisting influenza-like symptom shall be reported for immediate care.
COVID disease, it does happen in toddlers, but the point is most of the time it's not too severe. It's generally milder. If they are worried, they should take care like they will take for a cold or cough-like illness. Give them the pain relief, or if they have fever, to give them paracetamol or something to bring down the temperature.
Tribal Affairs Minister Arjun Munda has appealed to the people to follow the lockdown guidelines to contain the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. In an exclusive interview to AIR Odisha, he said these guidelines will ensure the safety of the individuals, society and the nation.
अपनी ओर से आदिवासी भाइयों को खास करके, आदिवासी माताओं को, बहनों को खास करके ये कहूंगा कि ये बीमारी का इलाज स्वयं से सुरक्षित रखने के लिए जितना पर्याप्त रूप से सावधान रहें उतना ही बेहतर होगा. और इस दृष्टि से हम सबको यह प्रयत्न करना चाहिए कि सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग यानी फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग या एक व्यक्ति और दूसरे व्यक्ति के बीच में 2 गज की दूरी बनाकर, अपने मास्क लगाकर, अपने हाथों को साबुन से धोकर, समय समय पर सैनिटाइज करके यह ध्यान में रखना कि हमें विशेष तौर से स्वयं की सुरक्षा करनी है.
Cricketer Yuvraj Singh appealed to the people to show their gratitude towards the Corona warriors.
मैं चाहता हूं कि आप अपना कुछ कीमती वक्त निकालें और अपने डॉक्टर्स, नर्सेज और हेल्थ वर्कर्स को याद करें, जो अपनी जिंदगी की परवाह ना करते हुए अपनी देश की सेवा में जुड़े हुए हैं. इतनी हिम्मत दिखाने के बावजूद ये देख के बड़ा दुख हो रहा है कि जहां भी वो रहते हैं उन्हें पत्थरों और हमलों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है. अगर हम लोग और कुछ नहीं कर सकते तो एटलीस्ट उन लोगों की सुरक्षा के लिए हम आवाज उठाएं.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program today, will bring you a special discussion program on COVID-19. Listeners can ask questions to the experts on toll-free phone number 1800-115767. You can also ask questions on the telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts by the hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:25 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates. Earlier, talking to All India Radio News, Dr. Narendra Saini, former Secretary General, Indian Medical Association, said that some people may not have clear symptoms of the virus.
इसमें कुछ लोग जो हैं उनमें अंदर वायरस हो सकता है लेकिन उनको कोई सिम्टम नहीं होता। जब वो सिम्टम नहीं होता तो इधर उधर घूमते हैं, किसी को भी इन्फेक्ट कर देते हैं। इसलिए यहाँ पर देखा गया है कि ये वायरस फैल बहुत जल्दी रहा है। ध्यान रखना होगा यदि उसके आसपास कोई भी मरीज उसने देखा है जो कोरोना पॉजिटिव आया है या उसके घर में कोई कोरोना का पेशेंट था तो फौरन बताए और अपने आप को ही क्वारंटीन अपने आप से कर ले, एहतियात बरते कि दूसरों से ना मिले।
The Delhi government has extended its list of cluster containment zones to 100 to contain the spread of COVID-19. A total of 206 new confirmed cases of novel coronavirus were reported in the city during the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 3,314. The state government has confirmed that 1,078 patients have been cured and discharged so far, and 54 deaths have been reported. A total of 43,370 tests have been conducted so far.
Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh has announced compulsory 21-day quarantine for all those returning to the state from other places. He said all pilgrims returning from Nanded and students and labourers coming from Rajasthan will be stopped at the border. They will be sent to government quarantine centres for 21 days. The Chief Minister said that Radha Swami Satsang Deras would also be used to quarantine these people. He also indicated that his government could go for certain relaxations while taking all precautions based on the report of the expert committee formulating the state's COVID-19 curfew lockdown exit strategy. In Rajasthan, the number of COVID-19 infected persons has gone up to 2,364, with 102 new persons found positive yesterday. About 584 have been discharged from the hospitals. Our correspondent reports that the administration is focusing on the health of senior citizens, pregnant women and children.
The Health Department has launched Mission Life Saving campaign in the containment zones across the state to minimize deaths due to corona infection. Under the campaign, department is focusing on high-risk group which includes people above 60 years of age, persons having severe illness, pregnant women and children. Instructions have been issued to conduct survey in all containment zones to compile the data of high-risk group. An ambulance will be deployed permanently within a radius of 2 kilometers in the identified containment zones. A comprehensive public awareness campaign is also being started to aware such people about the threat of COVID-19. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Madhya Pradesh, the government employees climbed 900-meter high mountain to hand over the money of various central government schemes including Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana to the villagers. Our correspondent reports that their only aim was to save the villagers from the hassle of coming to the bank during the lockdown.
Due to the lack of internet network in the remote and the tribal-dominated Khategaon village of Khandwa district, the team of government officials climbed the 900-meter high hill, searched the network and then paid the amount of various schemes of central government to the villagers. Panchayat Secretary Mazhar Ali informed that about 7 lakh rupees were withdrawn from the accounts of more than 356 beneficiaries and handed over them as cash.
लॉकडाउन के चलते गांव वालों में बड़ा हर्षोल्लास भी है कि उनको गांव के अंदर ही राशि उपलब्ध हो गई है.
Bank's business correspondent Mohan Pawar said that it is our duty to help the villagers during this crisis time.
यहाँ पर नेटवर्क की बहुत ज्यादा कमी होने के कारण और ग्रामीणों की सहायता से हमको उस पहाड़ी पर करीबन 1500 फीट ऊपर सफलता मिली.
Lal Longre from Khandwa, Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Himachal Pradesh government has requested the centre to sanction 536 crore rupees for 27 projects related to construction of roads and bridges in the state. Our correspondent reports that Chief Minister Jairam Thakur has urged the centre to pass a special ordinance to provide financial assistance to the unorganized and other workers of the state.
The state government has urged the central government to accord time-bound sanction of Rs 536 crore for 27 projects, which includes the construction of 17 road and 10 bridges. The state government has also sought adequate funds for the maintenance of national highways. Early clearance of 69 highways has also been asked by the government so that the construction work could start earliest in the state. However, 25 national highways in principle have already been approved by the union government. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Jairam Thakur has urged the union government to pass a special ordinance for financial assistance in view of the large number of migrants and unorganized workers in the state. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
Uttar Pradesh government has started bringing back its migrant labourers from other states. After Haryana, the return of labourers from Madhya Pradesh will start today. Administration in all districts of state is already on alert to prepare for receiving the returnees. The portal
After the successful return of more than 12,000 labourers from Haryana, the labourers stuck in Madhya Pradesh will be brought back in special buses from today. After reaching their respective native places, they will be kept in quarantine. Uttar Pradesh government is in talks with other states and very soon operation to bring back stranded labourers from other states like Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, West Bengal and Punjab will start. The special quarantine hubs are being established in all the 75 districts of the state to accommodate 15 to 25,000 people each. Government is expecting around 10 lakh migrant labourers to return from other states. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
And now an overview of today's newspaper covering COVID-19 stories. To contain the spread of coronavirus, the Statesman reports Haryana to seal borders with Delhi barring essential services. An interesting story in the Hindustan Times states during the lockdown, museums, zoos, science centres take the online route and are promoting virtual walkthroughs. The Indian Express talks about merging of lyrical classical form with medical and social calamity. Classical dancers are attempting to create awareness and provide hope through online performances. And the new eagle eye of the police is a quadcopter fitted with a public address system and a radio. The Times of India headline reads, "This Akashvani warns lockdown violators to get off South Delhi roads."
And now, before we end the special news program on COVID-19, the headlines once again. COVID-19 recovery rate in India improves to 23.3%. Health Minister says India to produce indigenous rapid testing kits by end of May. Government decides to provide midday meals to students during summer vacation in the wake of situation arising out of COVID-19. Punjab government makes 21-day quarantine compulsory for all those returning to the state from other places. Government allows employees of IT companies to work from home till July 31st. India calls for making climate technology available at affordable cost. And with that, we end the special news program on COVID-19.